Happening now, the iconic Lucille Ball Memorial Park in Celoron is set to undergo a transformation, and JHS Madrigal singers set to perform in Sister Act performance on November 4th. Plus, the Office of the Attorney General is extending its election protection hotline services for the upcoming election.
Live and on demand, this is WNY News Now.
Thank you for joining us at Western New York News Now. I'm Lee Kane Jr. Those stories and more are coming up, but first, on the night of October 28, 2023, at approximately 10:48 p.m., officers from the Jamestown Police Department's 3rd Platoon rushed to a residence on the west side of the city following a reported shooting. At the scene, they discovered a male victim who had suffered a gunshot wound to the chest. Subsequent investigations revealed that the alleged shooter was 55-year-old LaShawn A. Johnson, a Jamestown resident, who reportedly fired the shot during a heated domestic dispute. Officers promptly secured the weapon used in the incident. Johnson was taken into custody without resistance and transported to the city jail. Well, in other news, on the evening of October 29th, at approximately 8:19 p.m., officers from the Jamestown Police Department's 2nd Platoon were dispatched to the scene of a motor vehicle collision at the intersection of West 5th Street and Fairmount Avenue. The collision involved a vehicle striking a utility pole. Upon their arrival, officers identified Kimberly D. Carrare as the sole occupant and operator of the vehicle. Following a thorough investigation, law enforcement officers determined that the Carrare had allegedly been operating the vehicle under the influence of alcohol, with her blood alcohol content surpassing the legal limit. Additionally, it was discovered that Carrare had been driving with a suspended license, a result of a prior DWI arrest in September. In light of these findings, Kimberly D. Carrare was taken into custody without resistance and subsequently transported to the Jamestown City Jail. She now faces a litany of charges, including driving while intoxicated per se, and the serious charge of aggravated unlicensed operation of a motor vehicle in the 1st degree, which is classified as a felony. Well, in other news, 19-year-old Louis A. Segura was arrested on October 29, 2023, after authorities in Pomfret received a tip about his whereabouts. The teenager, who was wanted on multiple warrants, was located at a residence on 4665 Webster Road in Fredonia. Upon further investigation, law enforcement officers apprehended Segura, who subsequently found himself facing a litany of charges. These charges include resisting arrest, strangulation in the 2nd degree, criminal mischief in the 4th degree, unlawful imprisonment in the 2nd degree, endangering the welfare of a child, and harassment in the 2nd degree. After his arrest, Louis A. Segura was swiftly transported to the Chautauqua County Jail for arraignment. Well, in other news, on the morning of October 29, 2023, at approximately 10:26 a.m., law enforcement authorities swiftly responded to a report of a larceny in progress on Stockton-Hartfield Road in the town of Stockton. Upon thorough investigation, law enforcement officials alleged that 2 individuals, identified as Lawrence A. Alexander, a 38-year-old male, and Susan M. Brigham, a 44-year-old female, forcibly entered a camper and removed various items. Additionally, they were found to be in possession of several items that had previously been reported as stolen. Both Alexander and Brigham were subsequently charged with multiple criminal offenses, which included burglary in the 3rd degree, criminal mischief in the 3rd degree, criminal possession of stolen property in the 5th degree, and petite larceny. The accused individuals were issued appearance tickets and are scheduled to appear in court. As WNY News Now continues, the iconic Lucille Ball Memorial Park in Celoron is set to undergo a transformation. And later, JHS Madrigal Sisters set to perform its Sister Act performance on November 4th. Stay with us as WNY News Now will be right back.
You're watching WNY News Now, where coverage comes first.
EagleZip.com is your local one-stop shop for all of your home and business computer needs. Located on Fluvan Avenue Extension, just outside of Jamestown, EagleZip.com sells and services all brands of desktops and laptops, as well as servers and network equipment for your business. All new computer sales include transferring your data from your old computer, plus a 2-year warranty. Call EagleZip.com today.
Stop by EagleZip.com today and let us make computers easy for you.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
You are loved. You are valued. You are resilient. You got this.
You are there for them. We are here for you. Find free care guides at aarp.org/caregiving.
You're watching WNY News Now, where coverage comes first.
In a bid to breathe new life into the renowned Lucille Ball Memorial Park, nestled along the picturesque Chautauqua Lake in Celoron, the village is embarking on a transformative journey. WNY News Now had the privilege of speaking with Shirley A. Sanfilippo, the village clerk-treasurer, who had shared insights into the ambitious undertaking.
The village applied for a consolidated funding grant through New York State, and then they were awarded a grant through the parks part to replace the playground. So we got $165,000 from them, and then we also applied to the Chautauqua Region Foundation for a community impact grant, and we were awarded a $20,000 grant from them. And we applied to the Ralph C. Sheldon Foundation, and they awarded us $25,000 to go with it, because it's obviously $165,000 is not going to go a long ways.
The heart of this transformation involves the demolition of the existing playground, making way for a cutting-edge play space scheduled for completion in the spring of 2024. The village has secured crucial financial backing thanks to a consolidated funding grant from New York State amounting to $165,000. Additionally, the Chautauqua Regional Foundation has contributed a community impact grant of $20,000 with an extra $25,000 grant courtesy of the Ralph C. Sheldon Foundation. These funds will play a pivotal role in bringing the project to fruition. The centerpiece of the new park will be a thoroughly designed playground catering to children in two distinct age groups, 2 to 5 years old and 5 to 12 years old.
There will be swings, there will be a section of the playground that will be for younger children from 2 to 5, and then another section of the playground will be from 5 to 12. It will be probably 2.5 times the size of the one that was there.
Equipment necessary for the playground's development has already been ordered and is expected to be assembled and ready for shipment by December of this year. This proactive approach signifies the village's commitment to providing an enhanced recreational space for its residents and visitors. Notably, the village of Celoron is striving for inclusivity by applying for an additional grant from the Ralph Wilson Foundation. This potential funding would allow the playground area to incorporate a solid surface, addressing the needs of the disabled individuals who frequently visit the park.
The Ralph C. Wilson Foundation, their grant period opens in November. So I'm going to be writing a grant to them. We would like to be able to seek funding to do an entire solid surface. Because we have such a large population of disabled people, and we have handicap homes here from the Resource Center, and they're here in the village and around the area. So many parts of this playground will be handicapped accessible. So we're hoping to be able to get some funding from them to be able to install an entire solid surface. So the whole playground would be able to be usable to anybody in a wheelchair. If we're not able to do that, then we will just do a solid surface on the parts. That would be to the handicapped accessible items.
This commitment to accessibility aligns with the village's broader vision of ensuring the park remains a welcoming space for everyone. The investment in Lucille Ball Memorial Park doesn't end with the playground project. The village has already allocated nearly $2 million towards a series of improvements, including the construction of a boardwalk, the installation of state-of-the-art handicap accessible bathrooms, the addition of a kayak launch, and the creation of 2 new boat launches. These enhancements underscore the village's dedication of making the park an all-encompassing destination for outdoor recreation and relaxation. To provide the public with a glimpse of what lies ahead, Sanfilippo shared renderings of the new park. It's evident that the village's commitment to preserving the legacy of Lucille Ball while embracing modernity and inclusivity is at the forefront of this revitalization effort. The future Lucille Ball Memorial Park promises to be a space that is open to everyone and accessible to all, reinforcing its status as a cherished gem in the heart of Celoron. While in other news, the Jamestown High School Madrigal Singers, under the direction of Lauren Scharf, have been invited to take part in a production of Sister Act with the production troupe Starring Buffalo at Shia's 710 Theater in Buffalo, New York on November 4th. Starring Buffalo aims to connect Broadway actors, Buffalo actors, and talented high school students to perform in a stage concert musical setting. The Madrigal Singers, a select ensemble of the larger JHS a cappella choir, were selected to participate in the production with 2 other high schools from the Buffalo region, City's Honors High School and Sacred Heart Academy. The students are so excited for this opportunity, said Scharf, who herself has participated in a similar production in the past. It's a chance for them to perform alongside and collaborate with performers from Broadway and the Buffalo area. We're truly grateful to Starring Buffalo for this incredible opportunity for our kids. The production, based on the hit 1992 film starring Whoopi Goldberg, will feature American Idol finalist Alyssa Ray as Dolores Van Carter and Tony Award nominee Sidney DuPont, known for performances in Paradise Square and Beautiful, the Carole King musical, as Eddie. Buffalo area stars George Brown, Jen Stafford, Ann DeFazio, Alejandro Gomez, Daniel Lenzian, Tamia Love, Stephen Masick, and Katie Miner will also be featured in the show. The Madrigal singers consist of JHS students Olivia Beach, Anthony Blakesley, Xavier Champagne, Ann Conroy, Gavin Kuko, Nila Ekloff, Ashlyn Galeazzo, Connor Garcia, Raya Jufree, Lily Johnson, Caitlin Kennedy, Spencer Kienberg, Hayden Langford, Allison Latona, Brighton Lumia, Jaden Lutkin, Samuel Mathis, Eddie Mayer, Mackenzie Pickett, Ruby Schneider, Isaac Sinatra, Stavros Singleton, Joshua Skinner, Amaya Thompson, and Kellyanette Torres Marrero. Showtimes featuring the Madrigals are on November 4th at 2 and 7:30 p.m. at Shia's 710 Theater. Tickets can be purchased by visiting starringbuffalo.org, and information on discounted tickets can be obtained by reaching out to Scharf at lauren.e.scharf@jpsny.org, Scharf being spelled Scharf. Well, in other news, New York Attorney General Letitia James has declared that the Office of the Attorney General, OAG, will extend its election protection hotline services for the upcoming November 7, 2023 election and throughout New York's early voting period, spanning from Saturday, October 28th to Sunday, November 5th. This hotline serves as a vital resource for resolving various voter-related issues, whether they pertain to absentee voting or in-person voting at polling stations. Additionally, the OAG has made available a comprehensive guide to address frequently asked questions designed to aid voters in navigating the absentee ballot request process and voter registration issues in preparation for the election. Attorney General James emphasized the importance of free and fair elections in upholding the foundation of democracy. She assured New Yorkers that her office remains committed to safeguarding the right to vote and ensuring that every voter can cast their ballot without intimidation or fear. The Election Protection Hotline stands as a reliable avenue to assist voters in overcoming challenges, whether they choose to vote absentee during early voting or on Election Day. New York state laws and federal regulations protect voters from any form of intimidation, deception, or obstruction. Attorney General James encourages voters encountering difficulties during the voting process to contact the OAG hotline at 866-390-2992 or submit an online complaint to request election-related assistance. The hotline's operating hours will be from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. during the early voting period, extending from Saturday, October 28th to Sunday, November 5th, and from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. on Election Day, Tuesday, November 7th. Moreover, the hotline will continue to provide assistance on Wednesday, November 8th from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. for voters who require support following the election. Written requests for election-related assistance can be submitted at any time through the online form, and both hotline calls and written requests will be processed by OAG attorneys and staff. The OAG has been operating its election protection hotline since November 2012. In previous elections, the OAG has addressed hundreds and at times thousands of voter complaints from across the state, collaborating with local election officials to resolve issues. The OAG has also taken legal actions to safeguard against voter registration purges and ensure equitable access for early voting as mandated by law. All registered voters possess the right to accessible elections. On Election Day, polling stations are obligated to be open from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m., with voters in line before closing entitled to cast their votes. Registered voters are also guaranteed the right to vote free from coercion or intimidation, irrespective of the source of such pressure. The OAG is prepared to receive and respond to election complaints related to any statutes enforced by the OAG, including the recently enacted New York Voting Rights Act. The coordination of the OAG Election Day hotline is managed by the Voting Rights Section. Well, coming up next, Feeding New York State achieves $5 million pound milestone in food donations, advancing environmental and community goals. But first, we return with a look at our full weather forecast.
Catch your First Defense forecast daily on WNY News Now.
Right here, baby. Look. Oma.
Noah. Something more than a birthday is happening here. Once you can see it, you can help. The sooner you recognize the signs of autism, the sooner you can make a lifetime of difference for your child. Start by answering a few simple questions at screenforautism.org.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Catch your First Defense forecast daily on WNY News Now.
Fast, accurate, and everyday. First Defense weather.
Welcome back to WNY News Now. We have a lot to talk about, so let's get right into it. First, there is a freeze warning in effect for Erie and Crawford County in Pennsylvania that has been issued by the National Weather Service in Cleveland, and that will go from 10 p.m. tonight until 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. If you still have any plants or vegetation outside, make sure you bring them inside or risk losing them as a result of frost and freeze conditions that will develop overnight with those chilly temperatures. Now, Western New York will still be chilly, but the National Weather Service in Buffalo has ended their frost and freeze program for the fall season, so that's why they are not issuing any more advisories when it comes to frost and freeze conditions. Well, this week the National Weather Service, in conjunction with the New York State Office of Emergency Management, is promoting Winter Weather Awareness Week, where each daily topic will talk about different aspects of winter weather. Today they're talking about, their topic is heavy snow. Heavy snow is defined as 7 or more inches of snow within a 12-hour period, or 9 inches or more of snow within a 24-hour period. Now, our heavy snow usually comes from lake effect snow, but you can get heavy snow as well from area-wide systems. Lake effect snow is more localized, and those bigger systems bring snow to a bigger area. Lake effect snow examples, just look back to last year when we had two prime examples. One of them was the lake effect snowstorm event that occurred in November of last year that focused on the Buffalo South towns, and then Buffalo was pounded with their Christmas blizzard lake effect snow event that brought feet of snow across the Buffalo metro area over the course of the Christmas Eve and into Christmas Day. So here's how lake effect snow forms. First, you need relatively warm lake water. So let's say the Lake Erie temperature is 45 degrees. We get a chilly air mass overspread in the region, and you have a 25-degree temperature difference between the temperature up in the atmosphere and then the warmer air water. And the chilly air combined with the warmer temperatures of the water will create lake effect clouds, and those lake effect clouds are pushed inland from the wind, and that will allow lake effect snow to fall across inland locations, generally in a localized area. So we do have some snow in forecast, nothing heavy, but we do have a little bit in the forecast, which I'll show you those totals in just a minute. First, future scan through the overnight period tonight and into the day tomorrow. Generally cloudy skies this evening with a few rain showers possible. Enough colder air will transition some of those rain showers into lake effect snow showers overnight, mainly across the higher hilltops and near the immediate Lake Erie shoreline. Overnight totals tonight generally maybe around a dusting to a half an inch of snow. That lake effect band will hug the Lake Erie shoreline tomorrow with rain showers and some lake effect snow showers tomorrow. Outside of any of those showers, it will generally be dry tomorrow with partly to mostly cloudy skies, and then overnight tomorrow night another system will bring area-wide precipitation across the region with the highest hilltops seeing some lake effect snow showers from that. Snowfall totals over the next 24 to 48 hours pretty insignificant, with totals across the southern tier and northwestern Pennsylvania generally around maybe a half an inch to an inch of snow, and then those highest hilltops will see anywhere from 1 to 2, maybe a little bit more across the highest hilltops and the higher elevations. In areas near Lake Erie shoreline, generally around a dusting to maybe a half an inch of snow over the next 48 hours. The ground is still too warm, so any snow that does fall will likely melt on contact. Taking a look at the trick-or-treat forecast for tomorrow night, we're generally calling for mostly cloudy conditions outside of maybe a scattered lake effect rain or snow shower. So while it should stay mainly dry through the trick-or-treating hours between 6 and 9 p.m., it will be quite chilly. So make sure you're bundling your kids up with a jacket and maybe a hat with their costumes, because temperatures will start around 40 at 5 p.m. and then we're dropping down into the low to mid 30s through the rest of the evening. Now the rest of that 7-day outlook from Ultimate Solutions, so we have some scattered rain and snow showers to contend with Tuesday and Wednesday. High pressure will build back into the region for Thursday and Friday, bringing a return of dry weather and ending any lake effect. Temperatures will slowly climb back up to the upper 40s and to the lower 50s by the weekend. As of now, the weekend is looking mainly dry to start, and then another system will bring more rain showers towards the end of the week, when temperatures over the weekend into early next week in upper 40s to the lower 50s.
Andrew, thank you. Well, Feeding New York State, the association representing New York's 10 Feeding America member food banks, has achieved a significant milestone by collecting an astounding 5 million pounds of food. This accomplishment is a direct result of the ongoing implementation of the New York State Food Donation and Food Scraps Recycling Law, designed to reduce waste, mitigate climate-altering emissions from landfills, and simultaneously address the food needs of New Yorkers. Governor Kathy Hochul expressed her support for these initiatives, stating, "New York State is proud to support initiatives to help ensure that families have access to healthy, quality food. This repurposed effort supports our community food supplies while taking innovative steps to reduce greenhouse gases from landfill waste as we continue to move forward in actions to achieve the state's ambitious climate goals. I congratulate Feeding New York State, our food scrap providers, and our state partners in reaching this extraordinary milestone." The New York State Food Donation and Food Scraps Recycling Law has been instrumental in diverting food away from disposal to the state's largest food-related businesses. To facilitate the law's successful implementation and promote food donations, the Department of Environmental Conservation, the DEC, provided a substantial $4.8 million to Feeding New York State and the 10 regional food banks throughout the Environmental Protection Fund, the EPF. This funding, which became available in October 2021, has been used to deploy staff to various food industry facilities, including grocery stores, restaurants, and colleges, encouraging them to participate in the program and donate surplus food. Furthermore, the funds have supported equipment purchases for the regional food banks to enhance their capacity for food pickup and at food pantries, meal centers, and other partner agencies. Well, coming up next, Five Nights at Freddy's had a packed premiere at Lakewood Cinema 8.
With coverage that matters, this is WNY News Now.
If you want to speak truth to the masses, make it funny for the classes.
Hi everyone, Al Roker here. As a guy with his own catchphrase, I appreciate that Smokey's only said,
"Only you can prevent wildfires."
But I'm filling in because there's a lot more to report. Like when there are parched or windy conditions out there, you gotta be extra careful with things like burning yard waste. After all, wildfires can start anywhere, even in your neck of the woods. Go to SmokeyBear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
You're watching WNY News Now. your source for breaking news.
The Lakewood Cinema 8, located on Fairmount Avenue in Lakewood, saw a massive crowd of moviegoers eager to see the premiere of Five Nights at Freddy's, a film adaptation of the popular video game series. The line extended out of the theater and toward the end of the sidewalk. Five Nights at Freddy's is a movie about a security guard who begins working at an abandoned family entertainment center called Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, which includes several old animatronics. However, he soon finds out that the animatronics are in fact alive and hostile. We spoke to a couple moviegoers to hear their thoughts on the film. What did you guys think of the movie?
Five Nights at Freddy's movie?
Yes.
It was excellent.
It was great.
Okay.
I liked how William Afton was played by Shaggy.
Oh yeah,
Shaggy from the live-action Scooby-Doo movie.
Uh-huh.
I loved all the references to the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise itself. Like Game Theory, Corey X Kenshin, Matt Pat, and the book series.
Specifically on the balloon one show.
Yeah, the balloon and you go. You go.
I did.
Oh, well, it was excellent, and I feel like they're gonna make a second one.
Okay.
And if it does, I'm coming back here. Great movie.
Okay. So did you have any downsides to the movie, or?
It was a 10 out of 10.
10 out of
Good
10.
feature tread there, but 9 out of 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is fantastic. Is there anything else you want to say about the movie?
Just watch it. And the games.
And play the games.
And the books.
Books. Didn't know there was a book series.
Yes, there is actually a book series.
Okay.
They're horrible.
Oh. Okay then. So you'd recommend the movie then?
Yes.
So what did you think of the movie?
I thought it was pretty good. I enjoyed it.
Fantastic. Did you have any high points that you really liked? Favorite parts or?
When William Afton came in the suit.
Okay.
Yeah, Springtrap was pretty awesome.
Spring Bonnie, Mom.
Or Spring Bonnie.
Oh, Spring Bonnie. Gotta get it right. Okay. So did you have any downsides about the movie? Anything that you think could have been done better?
Not really. I think it was all thumbs up.
All thumbs up.
Nothing. At first I was thinking there's no way this movie can get better, and then they start playing The Living Tombstone.
Oh, and then it got better?
Yeah, it just got 100 times better.
Wow. Okay, so that sounds like you'd recommend it then, right?
Yeah, I would. I definitely recommend it for anyone who likes Five Nights at Freddy's.
Five Nights at Freddy's is currently playing at the Lakewood Cinema 8 and the Warren Mall Cinema. If you like what you hear, be sure to check it out while it's still in theaters. Well, that's going to be it for us today. I'd like to thank you all for watching. News continues 24/7 at WNYNewsNow.com and on our mobile app. You can download it today for free in the Apple App Store and Google Play Store. We're also on Channel 716 on Roku and at Channel716.com. Thank you for watching.